Welcome back to the Hall Pass Model Behavior, where I highlight how culture, image, and music drives sound and how sound drives culture, image, and music. I'm your host with the most, Stephen Hall. I'm a 2020 alumnus at Hampton University with a Bachelor of Science in Music Recording Technology and a voice emphasis from Chesapeake Beach, Maryland, by way of Jacksonville, Florida. I have many other affiliations, but I want to take this time and platform to spotlight the aspiring artists in the DMV and hip-hop and R&B heads from the ages of 18 to 34. Now, this is mainly for the people who care about the style. So, when it comes to modeling, being a DJ, an actor, or entrepreneur, there's some sort of art to what you do. And I believe that deserves some flowers. So if you feel led to, send an email to stephenm.hall@aol.com. And I'd love to have you to soak up any knowledge, tips, and tricks you'd like to share. If this is the first time you're tuning in, I want to welcome you and encourage you to come back for the next episode next week. For now, I'm publishing an episode every Wednesday, and depending on how things go, I'll adjust accordingly. Now, you're probably looking and hearing how things sound different. I actually just happened to have one of my early birthday presents come in the mail in this new mic kit, and I'm hoping that I sound a little bit better and a little bit more clear to you today, guys. I can't have you running up and down the hall, even though I got this new nice little gadget here doing this, that, and the third. So let me put you on game. There are 4 pillars of poise you need to understand to get your hall pass for the industry: the odyssey, the flavor in your ear, the culture, and the circle. Today, we're going to focus on the circle, if I can get my words together. Now, you're probably wondering what the circle is. Well, let me take the route of answering what you may or may not be pondering on. There are a lot of things to consider when we talk about the circle. First and foremost, what do you consider to be your circle or social circle? This is the group of people that you regularly interact with, trust, and identify with. It sounds simple, but we also have Roman cliches in this century like he/she is guilty by association. So when I give you my brief evidence, it's to be wise and not to be like an a-hole about it by any means. So I don't want to get too excited already before getting into this episode. So talking about your social circle or social network, or as sociology coined it, is quite immersive, and it has quite a few layers to it. Now, I intended to have a guest on this episode, but a necessary change of creative direction was made. After speaking with my team, I'm proud to announce that I'll be doing a collaboration with my talent management company where we will both spotlight any professional guest or even just a regular fan. Please take the time to inquire on how you can hop on an episode, and we'll take care of you from there. It does come with a price, so be warned. On to the show. When I first heard the circle, I immediately thought, oh, that's just my friends, and I hop on the game with after work. My best friend Susie and from college out of California. As far as friends in Maryland and the general DMV, I don't have much outside of my high school friends or any like loose connections I still hold on to from any other priors of work. And I found a blessing of peace in that, believe it or not. The way I see it, if you find peace in being with yourself compared to the need of being around someone all the time, then it helps rather than hinders your relationships, intimate and not intimate. Think I'm lying? Ask yourself how much you ever got done with that clingy friend that has to control everything. Don't worry, there are options that are worse. Imagine if that person was was an ex you decided to be intimate with, and now you feel like you're obligated to stay. Or even if that person is who you're dating at the time. It all sounds dramatic, yes, but that is a slippery slope. That is relationships, which is the center point of the circle. So let's keep diving deeper to see if we can collect myself and the circle that I claim, not only for myself, but to go through this test in order to make my testimony. Now, let me be Frank instead of Bennett this time around. There's nothing wrong with the simple explanation I gave to tell people. But for your inner peace, I believe it's important to do this self-check with yourself every now and then. Have you ever seen what those fitness rings look like on your iPhone? For those who have iPhones, they typically come with that device, and it comes with a move circle, an exercise circle, and a stand circle. The circle you should rock with is very simpler, but rather than having a physical appeal, it's more social and emotional, obviously. The circles are the outer circle, middle circle, and inner circle. As we go further, I can't overemphasize the research I did in order to blend the research and my personal knowledge, which makes a more vulnerable and relatable standpoint in where we all learn during the process. Let's start with the inner circle and work our way out. If you had to make an inner circle of only 3 to 10 people, who would it be composed of? Careful before you answer this. These are to be considered your best friends, partner, immediate family with high trust and contact. Too much? I got you. These are the people that you tell things that you don't tell anyone else. This one is easier than I want to admit for me. Susie's my best friend, and we can have a conversation and pick up where we left off, like nothing happened, without spite, but rather with grace and understanding. I actually had a 3+ hour conversation with her and talk with her 2 days ago after a hiatus with no added people or distractions. Just a one-on-one, heart-to-heart. Even as I type this, I can personally vocalize my opinion of the need to have the ability to have a one-on-one, heart-to-heart to be best friends. If this is something you can highlight in video games like Final Fantasy, Xenoblade, and more, why can't we highlight this in the real world if the video game is highlighting it? You see what I mean? It's not making sense. So when it comes to, it's not many people that can deal with my rambling and enjoy it while genuinely and voluntarily wanting to know what I've been getting into and my health. This year will be our 10-year anniversary of crossing our D9 organization in our 10+ year friendship. I crossed Iota Phi Theta, she crossed Sigma Gamma Rho as the ace of their line. And we just happened to cross at the same time. And just to add a little extra cushion to the story, she's actually my line sister for when I crossed Phi Mu Alpha Symphonic Fraternity of America, and she crossed Sigma Alpha Iota International Music Fraternity. Going forward, I could keep going, but when I think of a best friend, she's the ideal person. The hardest part is convincing everyone we know that we haven't ever dated, ever, nor are we like secretly dating. I did try to be her boyfriend like 5 times during college. So after the 5th time, I was like, you know what, forget it. And we just became friends, and it was just that. Nothing more, nothing less, no whatever you want to call that stuff. I don't look at her, she's ugh. Anyways, let me get back on track. See how easy it is for me to go off the rails? Being in college choir and theater and other shared hobbies doesn't help our case one bit either. The jokes would be sexualized ones, and I can be my full-on snarky self who doesn't mince words without without worrying about someone having to cry like some punk, because I can be snarky. My humor can be dark. So long story short, I'm not for everybody, and I'm okay with that. It's okay to not be everybody's cup of tea, but when it comes to Susie, we just blend. I don't know what, I don't know how. She even showed a picture back on my freshman year. I'm like, when did you take that picture? She's like, no. Well, at that moment, I knew that you were my best friend. I'm like, you know what? This is the stuff you hear on Hallmark movies. And I felt the same way, because I kind of just rambled my way into her life when we were talking about a musical, Little Shop of Horrors, back when we were in school. But as you can tell again, I'm rambling. Let me keep this pushing. Let's see. I don't have, if I can keep going through this list, I don't have a partner or a girlfriend for that matter. So that leaves out one less person, but we can get into immediate family. This will be my mom, my grandma, my Aunt Yonda, my Aunt Pat, and a friend of my mom's. That's only 6 people for those keeping score. Outside of school, Susie's non-Texan self, I have high trust and contact with each one of those people, and I've told each one of them things I don't tell anyone else at one point. As an added incentive, they all have been an X factor in my life that also supported different avenues of my dream/career. And if you really were paying attention, you'd know that list only was all women with one guy in the friend. Keep all this in mind, but most importantly, understand that pleasure is personal and doesn't always have to be intimate. This is just where my spirit is guiding me at this point in time in my life. So it may be the same as how you feel, but it also may differ. We all have lives, and we all live them differently from each other, and it's okay. It's cool, actually. I wouldn't want to meet somebody who's the exact carbon copy of me. That would suck, because it's like, I deal with me every day. Why would I want to deal with two of me every day? I don't know who would. Some people would. I'm not going to sit here and pretend some people would. I'm not one of them. Let's move on and hope we haven't had anyone jump shift up to this point. On deck, we had the middle circle, and these are your good friends and your regulars. I asked this next question in the in the inner circle segment, so I had to make sure I do the same thing for the middle circle segment and make sure that gets love as well. If you had to make a middle circle of only 15 to 50 people, who would it be composed of? These are to be considered your friends you hang out with and like. The only divide between inner circle and middle circle is that middle circle is not a circle of day-to-day confidants. Ever heard of the response of, I can't complain. If I did, no one would listen. After someone asks, how are you? It's a good joke for someone with dark humor. But like J. Cole said in his song, Fire Squad, all jokes contain true shh. I had the displeasure of finding out the level of friendship I was at with a friend group. And I didn't feel too good about it in the past. It was necessary. It was a necessary lesson, don't get me wrong, to be learned. So it eventually became something that I didn't take as discouragement. I just moved on. Because if my concerns wasn't viewed as a concern or a priority, are you really a friend and a confidant? Especially if I'm going through hard times? And after a long day of work, commute and all, I usually watch wrestling with my mom because she's the one who really got me into it, and that's how we connect. And once that got off, I hop on the PS5 with a group of mutual friends, and we hop on Marvel Rivals or Call of Duty, as of recently, almost every night. And I occasionally stream on Twitch and YouTube. I use that just like a decompress from work, and it's a break away from reality and all the hoopla that is, in my case, corporate job, having a corporate job. I like to have, if I had to put my friends, Chris, Keandre, and Taylor on the top of the list, they will fit there perfectly, and they just have their own special spot right there on top of that list, if I'm being honest with you. Since we were friends and we had a solid friendship since freshman in college at Hampton University, I think the scientific fact is you got to live with, be friends with somebody for like 7 years and it's just solid. It's one of those. I can be able to have that friendship while I'm around, need my space for a little bit. I can come back because I'm an only child. I need my space every now and then. I'm going to keep it real with you because I'm so used to having and be fine with it. And for those who didn't catch it, silence. So between that and the love of music and anime, we're damn near inseparable. One of my good friends, Andrew, has been trying to get me into Outlast Trials and Destiny 2, and I'm opening up to it. It's been nice finding a genuine dude like him. I do have small friend groups that spread through my life, as the average Joe would have, and that will be pertaining to high school connections, fraternal connections with brothers and sisters, because Iota, Phi Mu Alpha, KK Psi, and their sister organizations or whatever is adjacent to it. As far as the organizations that I have pledged, and then of course the organizations that I joined, and then church. And that's what really comes to mind at first. And all in all, there's an easy 50 plus people, but there's some that I just happen to see more than others. So some might lack the same connection and attention that I would give someone like a Keandre compared to someone that I might meet every now and then, like at a homecoming or an Iota Juice off or community service, whatever the case may be. Best example I can do for in recent time right now, I know it's about the school's going to be starting up here for college, and I might be going back to doing UMD concessions again to do some community service. That'll be another time I meet people I'd like, but I just don't happen to see every day. Just to give you an example, let's see. When you work 2 jobs like myself and paying off debt and advancing in your dream career with modeling, podcast hosting, music, this, that, and the third, it gets hard to match schedules with a lot of people. But today's sacrifice is tomorrow's paradise. Remember that if you don't remember anything else I ever tell you. Next one really isn't a long one, but just a notice of standards. These are acquaintances, coworkers, friends of friends, people you have know from hobbies, gyms, the neighborhood. But I'll give you a break on this one because I know we went over how your work friends aren't your real friends earlier in this month in one of our other episodes. So I'll give you a break this time. I'm gonna be the one who keeps beating you over the head. Now, if this is something you want to talk about, that's a different story. But I try not to beat people over the head with the same thing over and over again. That's the definition of insanity and expecting it to work. Me personally, I don't come to work to make friends. And it's important to establish the boundary of where that person sits in your life. I don't where I eat. In layman's, I don't mess up where I live, work, or have to be. It's about keeping your personal mess away from your base of operations or simply separating personal and business. And if anyone who knows me and knows me well, that's a catchphrase that I live and die on because I've seen the benefits and the afflictions. I don't want to say afflictions and the consequences of not using that as a benefit in real time with myself and other people. So it's one thing to see it in your own eyes. It's another thing to see it in your own eyes and you've seen it in someone else's eyes. That means you've seen both sides of the coins. You've been on a team. You've been on the other team and you've been a spectator. If you don't know no better, shame on you. You just don't want to learn that lesson. And that's just me just being cutthroat and straightforward. I know that's typically one of the things that helps me with my bond with Susie. I can be straightforward with her. If I can't be straightforward with you or you can't be open to being someone I can be straightforward with, you might want to consider me as your friend because I'm not going to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to go right to the point. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm not going to waste my time. There's not enough time in the world, I'll be honest with you, because why waste it on hoopla and idiocracy? So, before I go on another tangent, as I have been so famous to do, let me get right back into the layman's paragraph because I kind of just slid off onto my own little tangent. Sorry again. In layman's, I don't mess up where I live, work, or have to be. It's about keeping your personal mess away from the base of operations, simply separating personal and business. Don't hook up with, date, or start drama with coworkers, classmates, etc. If it goes bad, you still have to see them every day. Don't cause problems, steal, or do shady stuff at work. You don't rob people on your own block because that's where the cops will come looking. 6 words, but yet it means so much, doesn't it? They're simply true. It's just simply true that there is the power of life and death from the tongue. And those who are Bible thumpers like myself would know that. So anything you say breathes life. Anything that you say also breathes death. It's a double-edged sword. So control what you say. Oh, you don't want to eat all that food and run around the pool, you're going to get sick. Now that kids worried about being sick. Oh, be careful. You might actually win that prize and you might be able to take Shorty out on a date. You win the prize and you take Shorty out on a date. I know these are just like extreme examples, but I'm just giving you an example, whether real or fantasy, that I'm making it up, just to give you an idea of how like words are powerful. So watch your words and what you say, which is why if you ever come around me, I'm saying little to nothing. I'm listening because it's just like we went over in our one of our episodes earlier this month. You have to listen to be heard. And if you're not listening to understand, what are you understanding about the situation that you're talking about that's causing you to be argumentative? Do you just want to get your point across and be heard? Or do you actually want to look for a solution? Let me stop right there because the tangent was already forming itself. So before I end off this, with the music break today, I'll leave you with some other cool ways to phrase your circle. Your tribe, people, is another way you can be able to call your circle, your tribe or your people. I think more of a cultural or family background when I hear this, and that is typically what it is for identity and value sake. my clique, which is another thing you can call your circle, or a tight exclusive group. A tight exclusive group. That's me, Chris, Keandre, and Taylor without even a second to hesitate. We always game, go places together, and have con adventures. That's a given. And then there's my spear. This is more formal, and I won't lie to you. I want to find a group of professional friends one day so I can have the excuse to use the word spear to describe my personal circle. Like, yeah. That's my spear over there. We handle this business there. We talk about real estate. We talk about investments. We talk about different housing and businesses we do. That's my spear. That just sounds cool to say, and it sounds powerful. Like, yes, it'll happen one day. I'm going to say it right now, right here in the podcast. I'm telling you right now, it's going to happen. So when you guys do see it happen, you see that manifestation is a real thing. And let me be a walking testament to God if he deems it necessary. And once again, I'm going to put these words into this podcast and into existence, into the atmosphere. I will be able to get that spirit, God willing, and I will give God the glory once that happens as well. Because I wouldn't be able to do anything I'm doing right now. And even up to this point, my PR can tell you, because we've been going crazy and working like a madman this week. I know I'm probably getting on her nerves. But it's because you can do that you have to give him glory. You can't be able to do that without him. Because if he can give you one blessing, he'll give you 5. If you give me 5 blessings, he'll give you 10. He'll only give you as much as what you can do. And I can only give him the glory from being able to do as much as what I'm doing now. Because on the outside, I'm sure it looks crazy. But let's get right back into it. We were just talking about spear, and I keep going on my tangents. My crew and my squad. I immediately thought the most darkest reference when I hear crew and squad, and I immediately thought of a Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 online lobby for the Xbox 360 back when I was in middle school and high school, and I'm over here sneaking on the game on a weekday trying to think I can get a few sessions in, thinking, okay, mom and dad are still work. Mom comes in work early. Yeah, those were my crew and my squad, and rest in peace to the ones who had passed in the past. We'll cover it on a different day, but shout out to you guys. You still have my love, and you're still in my heart. I hope you're enjoying the episode. Let's take a quick music break. I'll give y'all a treat and add 5 more minutes to check to the clock for a 15-minute rendition of a mock DJ battle using the Shaggy set list. I wouldn't be DJing on this turntable if he didn't sell it to me along with a Dark Vader USB full of hits. I want to pay homage to him like this every now and then, but check out my Patreon website for exclusive mixes, engagement, or any questions or comments that you may have up to this point. See you guys on the other side of this episode. See you guys on the other side of this mix.
To finally get up and leave. No more broken heart for me. No more telling you lies to me. I'm looking like I got my head on right, so now I see. No more giving you everything. There's no more taking my love from me. See, my days are cold without you.
Susie be putting it down. I'm the hottest round. I told y'all mother, y'all can't stop me now. Listen to me now. I'm lasting 20 rounds. And if you want me, then come on get me now. Is you with me now? Then biggie bounce. I know you dig the way I switch my style. Holla, holla. People sing around. Now people gather round. Now people jump around. Get your freak on. 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 Get your freak on.
To question a authority. Chairman of the board, the chief of affections. You got minds to sway in your direction. Hey, you're like a hip-hop song, you know. Need an apple bum, you gotta put me on. Need an apple bum, you gotta put me on. Need an apple bum, said you gotta put me on. Need an apple bum, you gotta put me on.
Stern, firm, and young with a laid-back tone. The aim is to succeed and achieve at 21, just like Ringling Brothers. Our days in astound, captivate them because the pros is profound. Do it for the strong, we do it for the meek. Boom it in your Jeep, or your Honda, or your Beamer, or your Legend, or your Benz. The rave of the town to your foes and your friends. So push it along, trails we blaze. Don't deserve the gong, don't deserve the praise. The tranquility will make you unball your fist before we put hip-hop on a brand new twist. A brand new twist with a whole heap of mystic. So low-key that you probably missed it, but yet it's so loud that it stands in the crowd. When the guy takes the beat, they bowed. So raise up, squire, adjust your attire. We have no time, so wallow in the mire. If you're on a foreign path, then let me do the lead. Join in the essence of the cool-out breed. You cool out to the music cause it makes you feel serene. With the birds and the bees and all the groovy things. Like getting stomach aches when you gotta go to work, or staring into space when you're feeling berserk. I don't really mind if it's over your head, cause the job of resurrectors is to wake up the dead. So hey, hey,
Liquid means rewind, the gunshot means forward. You requested it, so we rewound. Come on! We got chicks in the living room getting it on, and they ain't leaving till 6 in the morning. O is for Uchi. Oh, you ain't know how many O's in the bankroll? Sorta like the game show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? But my name ain't Regis. Nas the one they call when they want they thing beat up. Honeys for bodies, peep brave hearts, guns in the party. Waves, braids, baldies, trademarks the army. Is that horse? It must be. I heard he husky. Yeah, there go jungle, eyes red, looking for trouble. And that's Nas dancing with dimes for who his man is. The imperial thug is Code D, Gran Wiz. We taking honeys to the crib tonight. Guarantee we gon' get up in they rib tonight. Take the new slang is changed, the brave heart gang name. When you see me pass, you holla, Uchi bang bang.
Planet Earth was my place of birth, born to be the sole controller of the universe. Besides the part of the map I hit first, any environment I can adapt. When it gets worse, the rough gets going, the going gets rough. When I start flowing, the mic might bust. The next day to shake from the power I generate. People in Cali used to think it was earthquakes, cause times is hard on the boulevard. So I bolt guard and never get scarred. I'm guard, but it seems like I'm locked in hell. Looking over the edge, but the R never fell. A trip to slip, cause my Nikes got grip. Stand on my own 2 feet and come equipped. Any stage I'm seen on, a mic I fiend on. I stand alone and need nothing to lean on. Going for self with a long way to go. So much to say, but I still flow slow. I come correct and I won't look back, cause it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. Even the
Nobody's smiling. Nobody's smiling. Nobody's
I
smiling.
learned to relax in my room and escape from New York and return through the wound of the world as a thought. Thinking how hard it was to be born. Me being queen, me being queen, me being queen.
Can I kick it? 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 Well, I'm gone.
Well, guys, that's all the time that I have for today. I know it's this week's episode is short, but I want to take this time to spotlight and advertise this opportunity to hop on board and tell your story, whether it's based on what we talk about that month or just a special deep dive into you. Those who know me as an artist, yeah, you know what that means. If you have anything you should like me to review regarding the circle, let me know and we may check it out next month. Tune in with me next week and as we go back to the Odyssey. This has been Stephen Hall, and you earn your hall pass for the day. Be on your way, but no running in the halls. Peace.